It's so refreshing to see that there wasn't any government or mainstream propaganda being spread last night at the MTV VMAs with Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. Oh, by the way, if you want to be kind, you better
mask up. Be brave. And braver all the time.
Come to think of it, I certainly feel braver all the time when I wear my mask.
Well, what are you waiting for? Just do your part as a good little sheep and comply.
Be kind. Mask up.
Anybody see the VMAs last night? I didn't, but I did see it trending highly on Twitter today, to the point where this one video right here that was just released 14 hours ago has 8 million views. 8 million views. Shows what the priority is for Jack Dorsey and the twatter folks over there. Before I start this, I just want to tell you that the World Health Organization recently announced that dogs cannot contract COVID-19. I don't know if you knew that. According to them, dogs previously held in quarantine can now be released. I guess you could say, who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? So having said that, let's go to this, let's turn our attention to Ariana Grande and Lady Gaga, who just did this fantastic performance at MTV's VMAs last night. But before we get into what they actually were wearing and the message they were actually conveying, by the way, you need to follow all CDC guidelines. You need to obey what they say. Do exactly what they say. They are the experts. They know what they're talking about. Follow Ghebreyesus at the WHO. Do not go against what they say. What they say is good for you. They will never steer you wrong. We the sheeple peons down here at the lower chain of the food chain, we don't really know what's good for us, but they do. That's why they call them the experts. Do everything they tell you to do. Look at their history. They've never steered us wrong, right? So if they tell you to wear your mask, wear your mask. If they tell you to social distance, take them seriously and social distance. If they give you a command to shelter in place, you better stay inside your home and don't ever leave. They know what's good for you. Now, if you disobey, if you choose to disobey the commands of the CDC and the WHO, you put public health in jeopardy. You are the enemy. You are the problem. So you need to do exactly what they say. When they roll out experts like Gil Bates, do what he says. It doesn't matter if he doesn't have a degree in biology. He's a philanthropist. Everything he says, you need to obey. And that right there is the message from the MTV VMAs from last night. Let's just take a real quick look. Now, the very first, I'm not going to play this video because if this goes on YouTube, you know, I'll probably get some kind of copyright strike or something. So we wouldn't want to infringe on that, right? The very first thing you see, the first 12 seconds, you got 9999 at the left-hand corner of this outdated, like 1970s looking TV screen. And Lady Gaga is sitting in her home in this little thing by herself. Nobody else is around, complying with the cat dog cat guidelines. The WHO C-C ... C guidelines, the cat dog cat guidelines. So she's obeying the cat dog cat guidelines like a good little girl. And that's what you should do. And that's the message that this entire thing conveys. If Lady Gaga's doing it, if Ariana Grande's doing it, if all the dancers on the stage, if MTV is endorsing it, this is something that you must do. And matter of fact, I don't have the, let's see here. I don't think this will play right here, but there was one of these I played that actually had the subtitles underneath. Anyway, she comes down on a pole, you know, real family, comes down on a pole wearing bondage type material. It's something, this is what you want to put in front of your kids, guys, okay? She's coming down on a pole. First of all, there's 9999 in the left-hand side of the TV screen. She's sitting in her home all by herself wearing the shame face ritualistic muzzle. I'm sorry, the mask that we should all be wearing, because that's how we keep people safe. That's how we flatten the curve. That's how we end the economic meltdown, guys. Wear your mask. It's what you have to do. The experts are telling us. So she comes down this pole wearing her mask, wearing bondage, some bondage suit, and she's going to sing and dance with all the other dancers, also complying with the cat, dog, cat guidelines. Just a fantastic performance, especially given the fact that, you want this. These are the kind of images you want in your sons and daughters' minds. That's exactly what you want. So obviously, if MTV's putting it out, if this is on the VMAs, this is what you want. And Ariana Grande was having a real serious problem with her mask to the point where she kept having to adjust it because it kept slipping down below her nose. And we can't have that, because if Ariana Grande was on the stage with the mask below her nose, well, you know what that means, right? She becomes a public health risk. If she's demonstrating that she's being a public health risk and not adjusting her mask, well, then she's conveying the message that you don't want to convey, that you don't want to be a public health risk, so make sure your mask stays over your nose. So she has trouble with this. There's a couple quick changes by Lady Gaga. She changes her costume 3 times, and then she sits down at this piano that looks like, I don't know, like a human brain. And I showed this to Trish this morning, and I was like, why would they use a brain? And she goes, they're playing with your brain. So that's a great message right there. The powers that shouldn't be are showing you in broad daylight that they're there playing with your brain. And that's what psychological operations is, right? I mean, wait, do psychological operations exist? Oh, yeah, that's right. It does exist, because all you have to do is go to goarmy.com and find out that that's exactly what they're engaged in. They infiltrate through entertainment, through movies, through music, through news broadcasts, all those things that people tune into and the people that they trust. So she's wearing her ritualistic shame muzzle, playing a human brain, and then when she gets down off the stage, she says something very, very interesting that I just want to play a small clip of after she gets done playing with the brain. Listen to this right here.
Love who you are.
Love who you are. I'm going to stop this because I don't want to play too long of a clip and get slammed by VMA or the MTV.
Be kind.
Be kind. Now, how do you demonstrate that you're being kind to your fellow human beings? What say you, Lady Gaga?
Mask up.
Ah, be kind, mask up. And that's what you want to do, because cat, dog, cat, C D C. Those folks over there, the experts that tell us what we need to do, and we'd better follow it, or we're going to be putting lives in jeopardy, and we don't want that. So Lady Gaga says, be kind, mask up. And of course you would, right? Because she's somewhat of an expert. She knows what she's talking about. She has a following of millions and millions and millions who will just obey what she says, right? So we should obey what she says. You want to be kind? Okay, mask up. What else, Lady Gaga?
Be brave.
Be brave.
And braver all the time.
And braver all the time. So be kind, mask up, be brave. Because you're brave if you obey the cat, dog, cat organization. If you obey the W... H O organization, with Teddy Ghebreyesus. We're not going back to normal, he said. So this is our new normal. This is the message that they're trying to convey to you. And we had better take heed, because they know what they're talking about. So she just continues on with her newfangled mask. As a matter of fact, she appeared through the course of the night when she accepted her MTV Music Award, which displays it's like an astronaut with a flag, with an MTV flag. But look, the message was conveyed. This person right here says, if Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande can deliver these live vocals through full futuristic headgear, you can survive wearing a cloth mask to go to the store, Karen. In other words, if they can do this, if they can put this on in a dynamic, incredible performance, then you don't have an excuse. When you go to the store, you better mask up as well. That's just the way it is. That's our new normal. And you better comply. If you don't comply, then, hey, people will die. And we don't want that. You don't want somebody else's blood on your head, right? Pop Sugar says Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande have just changed the game on this whole virtual award show thing. Yes, yes, and yes. And those masks. Just fantastic. These are who a lot of kids in America look up to. And so they've got the message loud and clear. You better wear your mask. I don't know if you saw it, but I put on my one of my Twitter posts from yesterday. You know, people are scaring the heck out of children. Let me show you this. Do you really want that to be the future for your kids? The present or the future for your kids? No doubt that they've been pummeled ever since they came into the classroom with hand sanitizer. No doubt sprays are going off all the... They probably installed those sprays on the wall that spray disinfectant every once in a while. So they're constantly getting sprayed more than we're getting sprayed on a daily basis. They're wearing their masks. They're behind shields. The teacher has her mask on. I saw one where, you know, they have these like tent shields over their shoulders that rest over their shoulders, like a boy in the bubble scenario. And there was a time where people were calling us tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorists. A tinfoil hat looks less conspiratorial than this stuff right here. Oh, and their social distance. Although, I don't know, that looks like it's closer than 6 feet apart to me. Looks like some heads need to roll on that one. So back to the VMAs. This guy right here says, mask up. More important than Ariana Grande's stunning high note is Lady Gaga and Ari being role models by wearing their masks during their entire Rain on Me performance. Yes, that is the message. That is the takeaway. That's what's going on here. These people say, the time Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande served us with vocals, even with their masks on, an iconic moment that will go down in VMA's history. Let me show you a couple of these masks. Check this mask out from Lady Gaga. Kind of interesting. There's the Astronaut Award. A couple more masks here. Yeah, people are going to get real creative with their ritualistic shame muzzles now, huh? Because Lady Gaga is. So there was a message last night. Here's another one. Oh, it's so stylish being obedient. It's so stylish obeying the cat dog cat organization. The W.H.O organization. Here's the futuristic ritualistic shame muzzle. I don't know what is this right here. What is that? What is this stuff over here? Can we expand that? Is that human organs? What's hanging from that right there? I don't know what that is. Let me zoom out. Is that a brain? That looks like a heart. It looks like a ventricle. Looks like a cross section of a heart. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, here's another one. So stylish to be obedient. Come on, you can be obedient and stylish, right? Just comply. I don't know what's wrong with you people out there. Just comply. Do what the government tells you. Do what mainstream media is telling you to do. Here's Will.I.Am from the Black Eyed Peas wearing his shame muzzle. Of course, because he's being kind and he's being very, very brave. Anthony Ramos, he's got a vote mask on. So not only should you wear a mask, you should vote for the chains of your own oppression. That was the entire message of the VMAs last night, guys. The entire message of the VMAs. We're playing with your brain. Wear your shame-faced ritualistic muzzle. Comply. Be kind. Be brave. And make sure you're not a public health risk. Because if you don't do what they tell you to do, and I'm telling you what's going to happen right here, is, you thought you saw a lot of masks being worn, lately. You're going to see a whole lot more now. Because people listen to these people. So, how about you leave your thoughts for the world to see in the comment section below. If you like these videos, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and don't forget to subscribe to my private email list or my website, highimpactflix.com. Subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video. While we have time and it still retains some of its perceived value, maybe it'd be a good idea to convert your worthless fiat into valuable, storable food. Don't be the one who waits till the food riots start happening. You don't want to be fighting panicking people in the store over that last jar of peanut butter. At Prepare with High Impact Flicks, you can get up to 3 air and watertight gasket sealed ammo cans, each filled with a 4-week emergency supply. 7 food varieties, 2,000 calories a day, 284 servings, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and each meal comes in a resealable, heavy-duty 4-layered pouch. And it's got a 25-year shelf life. Every order of a 4-week supply gets you $100 off plus free shipping. Here's how simple it is to make. I'm going to cook up some Granny's home-style potato soup. People are going to think I'm a culinary hero. You open the pouch, boil 4.5 cups of water, stir the contents, simmer on low heat for 15 to 20 minutes, take it off the heat, then let it set for 2 to 3 minutes before you serve it up.
Man, this stuff's so good. People are going to think Granny stopped by and filled your kitchen with a whole bunch of love.
Well, if Granny does stop by, she's going to fill your behind with a whole bunch of buckshot if you keep talking with your mouth full. Wipe your dang beard off. It's embarrassing. So maybe convert some of your worthless fiat into valuable food while you still can. Order now and get $100 off of up to 3 4-week emergency food supplies at preparewithhighimpactflix.com. The link is in the description.